So we have two spiritual centers here. This is our regional spiritual center, which serves the hospital that is part of our catchment area. The other one serves our provincial hospital, which reaches out across all Ontario and as a high secure forensic facility. This room we designed as multi-faith space to provide symbols for all the major religions, so people who come into this space will find something that reflects their belief system. So we recently received two different gifts of articles. The first one is the Metis sash that you see hanging over here. And so those that are both Indigenous and usually a French background, but it's kind of come to mean anyone who has a European or an African or a background other than Indigenous that has Indigenous ancestry as well, are referred to as Métis. And the Métis started wearing this long, about 3-meter sash that represents their place in the larger Indigenous landscape. So this is our most recent acquisition. It's a Qulliq that is an historic piece used by the Inuit people of Canada, northern Canada. And it's made out of soapstone, carved out of soapstone. And the way that it's used is that they would spin flax into like a long string and then soak it in either whale or seal blubber oil and then light it. And this could be used for warmth, it could be used for cooking, for any variety of things that you would use to dry clothes. They used it for all purposes. It's amazing from what they tell us that you can do with this item. So we do have a number of our patients that come to us from Nunavut. And so having a symbol like this available for them is an important part of our multicultural and cultural safety initiatives.
I want to bring Rapist poetry across Simcoe County. I want to showcase local artists. I want the arts and culture in areas that often might be missing it to experience, what rap is about, what poetry is about, and the power of the literary arts. Rap really is all about using our words as power, and there is so much power behind positive messages, and poetry can be so emotional and so deep and connect people together. So when we add music to it, then we can have rap, right? So for me, it's about people really tapping into the power of the literary arts, using our words to promote a positive message, a healing message, a message of connection, and doing it with music and supporting local arts, venues like the MCC, supporting local businesses, and just getting all of our community members together to celebrate and have a great time. People can just plan to come out and kind of celebrate our city and get a taste of that diversity that's often only offered in Toronto. You can get that right here. A lot of arts, a lot of culture, a lot of good music, poetry, some snapping, some dancing, and it'll be a vibe. I want everybody to see that Simcoe County is all of us and that we can all kind of come together and celebrate arts and culture. We are donating 10 tickets to the YMCA here in Midland so that we can get some youth out and hopefully help inspire them to create more and to, connect with other people. And sometimes, I know life can get hard and making new friends can be hard as well, but sometimes going to these community events allows us to meet somebody that we might never have the opportunity to. So it's definitely a safe space, family friendly, and we're all people that are just wanting to express ourselves and connect.
I don't hate her. I hate the CASO telling her alone, running from abuse and no help for the healing. If you want more, come and see the show. Me good.
Everyone's always conscious and mindful about budget and spending. I think that now it's just more heightened, meaning that it's much more top of mind about spending. And I think, anecdotally, when I go grocery shopping, it's not just me looking at, a bag of cherries and thinking, ooh, that's going to be a pretty big expense do I really need to have cherries? Maybe there's a cheaper fruit option. I think there's a lot of more people doing that, whereas in the past, they wouldn't have given it as much deep thought. Right now, from my read of the whole tariff situation is that it's being used as a bargaining chip, and the more the more countries cave in to the US's demands, the more relief that they get from tariffs. The big part of that is the anxiety of not knowing, or the anxiety that comes with not knowing. If we knew exactly what it was going to look like and what it's going to be, even from a medium to long-term perspective, it's more helpful and useful to budget or plan around. I know that we're in summer, but I would almost take like a spring cleaning type of approach and looking at your finances. So if you're not doing it already, at least once a year, taking a really good hard look at your budget. And you want to really analyze your income, you want to analyze your expenses. And even though a lot of the expenses are fixed, each time you look at it, you sometimes have a different lens on it. So, one year you might look at it and say, I'm not prepared to give up, all of these TV subscriptions. Whereas, a year goes by and maybe your entertainment lifestyle changes a bit. Now you're more willing to do it. That only takes you so far. The one other sort of universal advice I give to people is, and again, I know that this is with rose-colored glasses, but you should always try to carve out a monthly savings expense in your budget. So what I mean by that is when you're looking at your budget, you need to treat savings as an expense, like it's a bill that you have to pay religiously month over month over month. And the whole notion behind the savings is that this helps you develop or build a war chest. And then, the common doctrine is you want to save anywhere between 3 to 6 months worth of expenses or income, so that if things fall off the rail, you have something that you can fall back on. So I'd look at budget, and I'd also look at what kind of war chest you could kind of build as we navigate this phase of uncertainty.
Edenvale Aerodrome was built for the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan, which was instituted by the Prime Minister Mackenzie King in 1939. Canada committed to training Commonwealth pilots. And so, because there was a war on in Europe, primary training was done in Canada. Collingwood Classic Aircraft Foundation was founded actually in Collingwood by a number of enthusiasts who got this Tiger Moth to operate it, and the museum and everything was there. And with the change of ownership of the premises, we ended up over here through the kindness of the owner.
It's approximately 70 feet, 9 inches long, 20 feet, 3 inches at the tail section, and 50 feet from wingspan to wingspan.
And here we are. So what we do is we preserve and fly these wartime airplanes. We train people to fly these antiques. They become sponsors. We have a vast array of artifacts. We have a very large library.
The Wright brothers.
We are a nonprofit. We are all volunteers. We donate our time, and we keep going by flying these airplanes. We also have a very large event every year. It's been going for more than 30 years. It's called the Gathering of the Classics. It's old airplanes, old cars, motorcycles. There'll be a couple of classic boats here. It's August the 9th. We have things for kids with these pedal planes. We'll have food trucks. We'll have all kinds of activities and a lot to see and do.
Want to share news from your area? We'd love to hear from you. Email us with your community updates and be part of the conversation.